Good morning. Hey, John. I'm doing better. Doing better. I spent this week just kind of resting, but I'm on the upswing for sure. Hey, Carol. How we doing today? Not to mention, it's been super cold here. We're having like a big cold snap, if you will. Of course, we're Southern California, so what we think is cold is probably nothing to all of you. But Catherine, good afternoon. Elsie. We even have Leo apparently here today. If he's going to get on camera. Genghis. Sunny there. Love it. It's kind of weird doing the live stream from here. It's been a while. Normally, the last four, it seems like we've been somewhere. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, Leo has been sick this week as well. He wasn't eating, he wasn't getting up from the bed. He just was there for days on end. And just yesterday, he's perked up. He's now eating regular. He's left the bedroom, acting himself. Marja, yes, poor Leo. Hey, Dan, welcome. Full bloom, good. Spring is upon us, maybe in some places. I'm going to be using a Kleenex here, so just bear with me. So, what's all new with all of you? Even though it's the shortest month of the year, it seems like it's been forever since we've talked. I think, where were we last? Solving. Right. Next month, we will be in Austin, Texas. Just a heads up. Not sure if I'll be walking around the town. I may just do it from the hotel and have this sort of a thing just from the hotel. Hopefully, I can get maybe a good backdrop. But I don't think I'll be walking around. I think just where we're at, it's not going to allow that. Brian will be there, though. He's going to be in Austin with us. I'll see if he'll get up early, and he's an early riser just like me. So we'll see if he can get up and join us. So get your Brian questions ready. I will. I will. It was easy to do when he was sick, Carol, because he just allowed it. He allowed me to love on him. But now he's gotten his feisty, playful self back. So when you get too close, he wants to nip. Party tomorrow, Marja. What are you cooking? All day cooking. Oh man, that does not sound fun. I'm not. I can make eggs. That's about it. Beef and lamb. Wow. Can't say I've ever had lamb. Good at making a mess. That's right. That's what you love about Leo. Yeah. I've got, you know, scratches and scars on my hands to show you how much I love Leo. He's feisty, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. So what's the party for? And are we invited? Making sure I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. Have you guys been watching the Olympics? I'm a big Olympic watcher. And today being the last day, I've got USA Canada hockey on, gold medal game going. I think I'm going to just turn it off, and it's a nail biter. I don't know. The stress is getting to me. Winter sports. Hey, you guys are really good at curling. Yeah, we were not as successful at the winter sports either. We have some. Of course, we're good at hockey um, and some of the skiing events. But hey, Lee, welcome. Thanks for coming. All invited. You heard it right here. Marja says we can all come. Lee from the Army. Oh, that is awesome. Well, tell him thank you for his service, please, or her service, please. That's awesome. Oh, him. You did say him. Thank him for his service. That's awesome. Eddie the Eagle. Oh my gosh. Have you seen that movie? Eddie the Eagle. Um, Taron Egerton and Hugh Jackman. Good movie. And it's about the real Eddie the Eagle. Went and took my son Cooper to see that, and he loved it too. And we're not ski jumping, obviously, but it was a good movie. Yeah, I won't watch any of these sports, but I get hooked on curling, bobsled, um, you know, cross country skiing. Who would have thought those would be fun to watch? And it's once every 4 years. So for 2 weeks, I watch, and then I don't watch for another 4 years. So I get it all out of my system. But it's fun. No one else. Well, Cooper, he likes to watch a little bit, but Jennifer does not. She hates it because it preempts all her shows on NBC. Nice. 5 medals. That's excellent. That's good. I mean, if you're, I mean, Norway has just killed it, but you know they're doing what they do every day of their lives: skate and ski. So they've been doing really well. He's still about on the box the other day. Really? We're not good at ski jumping either. It's we've see it's These are sports that you grow up, you get introduced as a young age. You're not being introduced to bobsled, ski jumping, cross country skiing. I mean, I'm sure there are a few who do, but yeah, same here. We're all playing soccer, football, basketball, baseball. Uphill skiing was new. There, that guy for Norway, incredible. The shape you have to be in to do what he's doing is just unbelievable. Oh, there you go, John. Yeah, yeah. The Fat Electrician's good. I think I've done one video from him. I've reached out to him to see get his permission. I never heard back. He's busy, busy guy. Yeah, lamb is at least. I mean, it's you can find it. It's not like it's not on menus at some restaurants. It is. I just don't. Doesn't appeal to me. I think I can't get past. If they called it, didn't I mean? They should call it something else. I mean, they might as well be calling it Bambi or something. It just doesn't appeal to me to eat it. I'm a steak guy. I know a lot of people who love it though. So one of these days I'll try it when I'm feeling adventurous. The UK does have a couple gold medals, yes. Well, yeah, the winter or the summer, let's see, the summer games in 2 years. It's here in the States in LA. I'll be surprised if they'll be ready. It's such a disaster there. I mean, with the fires and stuff like that, they haven't even figured that out yet. And then they got to get rid of all the homeless people and cover up all the graffiti and clean it up and and build the arenas. They're going to use some arenas. Kind of a softball event, which is not even in LA. It's going to be held in Oklahoma. It's like seriously, we can't have a softball event here in LA. It's so ridiculous. But I'll be surprised if they're able to get it properly ready. I mean, it's going to happen regardless, but it'll be interesting. Let's see what else is going on. So soccer season ended for Cooper, and it was sad. It's probably the last time he's going to play soccer, so that was a sad moment for us parents, realizing we're not going to be able to go watch him play anymore. Baseball started yesterday, our first game, so we're on to the next sport, and we'll have to go through that emotional roller coaster at the end of this season all over again. But excited to hear about schools. He's been accepted to three so far, and we should be hearing um, from his top two choices in March sometime. So we're excited, and it's been an incredible journey with him. I'm just so proud of him. But the thing is, once we finalize that, then we'll realize we have a financial advisor. We're going to work out with them on school and then we'll hopefully start planning our trip to come visit. So hopefully by the end of summer, we'll have an idea of what we're doing. Mutton. Honestly, mutton doesn't sound much better. So sounds good. Yeah. Okay. The of course with soccer and baseball generally it's played in the afternoons, so I have to take time off to go watch him play. And his first 3 years I missed a lot because it was just they play 2 to 3 times a week. It was hard to get time off work, and but this year I've been pretty much making most of the games since it's his last go around. But yeah, football and basketball, they all play at night. So if he'd played those sports, it would be easy. I wouldn't miss a single one. But 3 o'clock start times, you know, especially if they're, out of town playing. Yesterday we played in Santa Maria, which is about an hour and a half north, but it was a lot of fun. We're wondering how they could assemble an unbiased journey of Andrew White's. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear about that. It must be weird. I've really kind of turned myself off from news, although I have heard about Andrew, but I don't know what the details and what that's all about. Mutton. Yeah, jury. Okay, unbiased jury. Could be trouble. Yeah, but did he? I mean, what did he get arrested for? It wasn't for his relationship with Epstein, right? It was for something else, correct? Which could be very serious. Don't know the charges yet. Uh, International trade deals. Yeah. Well, you know, we all like to think we would all get a fair trial, right? Even here, um, they have to like put it in an area to where it's still the jury of your peers, but most of the time the jury's already tainted as it is. It's tough, especially he's so high profile. It's how are juries now? Is your jury trials the same as like how we have it? I mean, do they have just regular citizens on the jury, and are they randomly picked? Are they then have to go through a screening? How does that work for you all? Will he turn back into it? Trade deals, yeah. He's not popular. Okay. So before any of this, even the Epstein stuff, he wasn't popular. Was he kind of like you're saying? He was arrogant. So was this before any of this stuff happened? Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's not really one I've when I first started the channel I didn't hear much about. Hi, Linda. Thank you for coming. Yes, regular citizens and visitors, they have to be screened, not allowed to speak to the press during joint. Yeah, so they get sequestered and all that business, told not to watch the news. Yeah. Can challenge. Okay, yeah, sounds exactly the same. I'm sure we got it from all of you. So, of course, it's probably the same. Um, he was Harry before Harry. um, yeah. Now, do you have to serve on the jury? Like, is it your duty to at least serve on a jury, or at least, like for us? Let me say it like for us, we get a summons in the mail that we are up for jury duty, and we have to go down there and sit in a room, check in, and if court cases are going through the courthouse, they will then call random people and your number, and then you go up and you could be called to sit in on a jury. If they don't call your number, you go home and your obligation for jury service for that year is done. So you have to do it once a year. I've never been called on. Wait, yeah, no, never been called on a jury before. So I did. I actually come to think I did. My number did get called. I went into the courtroom, and the judge had asked, and I was working a different job where I could not take time off, and supposedly your employer's obligated to pay you so you can serve on jury duty, something like that. But at the time, I was working. I don't know. It was a long time ago, and they said that I was released. I didn't have to do it. Yeah, hopefully they aren't biased. It's tough. We're still talking about human beings, though. If you don't like the guy, it's it's probably at this point, since he's so famous and he's being accused of other things that are just awful. I'm not talking about the trade deals information. That it's going to be hard to find somebody who doesn't have an opinion. But you got to hope that that person who does still has an opinion, because obvious that they're still able to be unbiased in their hearing of the case and whatnot. It's difficult to get out of jury duty. um, we have found a hack, and I don't know if this works for you, but you can, if you get your jury summons, they'll, on the jury summons, you're given a number, say 68, arbitrary number, and you call every day this recorded line, and they say numbers 1 through 20 are to appear the next morning. And if your number's like way far away, chances are they're, and it's only good for 5 days. So if they don't call, you got to call every night to hear what numbers they're going to call the next day to see if you're going in. You can also set up a time. You can call and schedule time. I'll come in for jury service on this day, and they'll let you do that. The hack is you do it on a Friday or right next to a holiday, 3-day weekend, because more than likely the judge is not going to start a trial on a Friday, like where they start picking juries, or anything like that. So more than likely you just sit there all day, and then they excuse you at the end of the day. So that's the hack. So if you try going in on a Friday. I don't know if your courts are open on Saturdays, but ours are not. Harry was a deflector, even though he spilled some beans. Was that, are you, Marge? Are you referring to in his book? Yes, the Elsie. I'm pretty sure the American system was based on yours. Yes. Maybe it appears for a prince. Yeah, that's true. Random without the court pin. You see an so if you're called onto the jury, you're there. Well, no, actually, someone had said that the defense attorneys can they ask you questions and then they can pick the jury that way, right? Because all the defendants were bailed, bailed, and nobody. Oh, okay, yeah. If they don't show up, people are called to serve on juries. If there's good reason for you being unable to, you can be like, okay, yeah, sounds exactly the same. Yeah, it's so wild. I mean, someone like Andrew. Obviously, none of us can ever be put in his shoes, being born into royalty. Um, it's just you have someone like the Queen Elizabeth, who was just an amazing person who happens to be born into royalty, and then you can have someone like Andrew who was born given everything, and yeah, it's sad. It's hard to avoid. Uh, okay, yeah, sounds about right. Problem for Andrew is he is famous all for and for all the wrong reasons. So that's going to be really hard for him. Marja, the old having an operation ruse that will work every time. I should try that next time. Did they make you prove that you're having an operation? If are you talking about 12 Angry Men? Wasn't he in that movie? Wasn't he the foreman in that movie? Okay, so that was going to answer, Catherine. You're answering my question. Do you get an allowance for being on the jury? Oh, you were in the hospital. Well, there you go. I you know what? I love the dedication to the whole thing. That's awesome. I'm just kidding. Hopefully, you're okay. 12 Angry Women. That's funny. That was a good movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I I think I've experienced 12 Angry Women. Uh, it's not pleasant. Really, more money with expenses, etc., than her usual wages. Wow, there you go. Well, she should become a career jurist if she's into the law. I could see myself retired, wanting to, you know, to partake and see how it all works, up close. He said 57 only called once, and that was about 25 years ago. So not a tremendous change. Yeah, that's about that's about normal. Yeah. Other than getting the call slip to appear in the jury room once a year. It really isn't a big deal. In fact, I think one year I skipped it and didn't even bother going. I can't remember why. It was many years ago, but you're not supposed to do that. I think I just admitted something, but I don't think I can get into trouble. I don't know. Really, he was her favorite. Uh, see, so would you say he was spoiled? Can we say someone in royalty is spoiled? I guess so. Was is he the oldest? Where does he fall in line of all the siblings? Okay, if you know the defendant, makes sense. Oh, Dan, yeah. It had to be 12 people who knew you. Oh, wow. Hmm. That Quincy was in it. I don't know who Quincy is. You'll have to let me in on that one. Like I said, it was a long time ago. 113-year-old. Randy Andy was his nickname. Oh no, it's not good. So this is a pattern with him. Sounds like. Yeah, I know what that means. Third oldest, not the oldest. Oh, duh. Oh my gosh. Of course. Wasn't thinking if he was the oldest, he would be king. Yes. Thank you, John. I feel really dumb there. Yeah. Well, Princess Royal is awesome. That's why. I think she would have made a great queen for sure. Jack Klugman. That's, Elsie, I was like going, I know the show Quincy MD, and I used to watch that with my mom back in the day. And I know Jack Klugman, and I'm thinking, she's not talking about Jack Klugman, is she? And so I was like, and then I'm thinking, was he in the movie? And I couldn't remember. Oh my gosh. Of course, Quincy. Was indulged. He's a third. Yeah. He had the world at his feet after the Falklands War. That's right. He was in that. Did he flew helicopters, correct? Useful fool. Well, before all this went down, you probably could have argued that, but his actions certainly play into that description. Local community that knew all the gossip and local feuds, but if you were from a wrong family, you could be in trouble. Yeah, the spare. To his credit, he served as a helicopter pilot. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay. So she took a break, then had a couple more children. Got it. It's not just Americans watching British stuff. Second son is always Duke of York. Okay. Cracking open the champagne because of Andrew. Now that's the guy. He's in Parliament, right? Or is he in the cabinet? He's in Starmer's cabinet. This Mandelson, right? He's already been kicked out, right? Oh my gosh. Andrew isn't very bright. Allegedly, apparently, Prince Charles told Tony Blair he shouldn't be trade envoy. Hmm. You want to come say hello? Come on. Come here. Come here. No. He doesn't. Andy and Mandy. Yeah, it was a good flick. If I had more time on my hands, I would love to revisit a lot of those older films. I remember my dad was really, he watched them all the time. And I would always just kind of sit on the chair next to him, not really understanding what I was watching, but just it was a chance to hang out with dad. Hmm. Yeah, he's our tripod, Leo. We have no idea how he's missing his leg, but that's how we got him. We got him from a shelter and rescue place, and they'd already done the surgery on his leg, but they have no idea how he's missing it. But he can do everything Violet does. So Violet's our other cat with 4 legs. He jumps up, climbs up on shelves, does the whole thing with just one back leg. Yeah. Crazy story though. They had to remove his male parts and reroute uh, the urethra to where he has to pee through his bum. But doesn't seem to bother him. I just can't imagine. It's wild. Maybe Leo is hungry. I've already fed him. And he has dry food. He can go hop up on the table that way. Yeah, there's dry food and water over there, so if he wants to snack. But he's already had his wet food. Let's see here. He was my MP, elevated to the Lord's nickname, the Prince. Oh my God. That was his nickname? Jeez. That's dubious. Let's see here. Mandelson wasn't in Starmer's cabinet. He was a labor peer. Okay. House of Lords. And it was in Tony Blair's cabinet. Got it. And cats are always hungry. But that's what I love about cats. And besides, I love dogs and all, but I love having cats and not dogs because you can just put food out and you can leave, and the cat's going to eat until they're not hungry. Dogs will just eat until it's all gone. So you can't leave them alone. With the cat, you can take off for hours. And they use a litter box, which is always nice. Well, wow, that was his nickname. Was that given to him by the press? Prince of Darkness. That's incredible. And look what happened. Now, did he get so he's out, right? I mean, he's no longer in his position. Or did he retire? Did he resign or was he booted? And someone's saying that he may be arrested or should be arrested. LC, you make me laugh. Better out than in, no matter where it's outing from. Yes, so true. Your pigeon, if you can get your pigeon to do that, you could probably be rich. You can train a pigeon to do that. That's awesome. Is that some of the press are now gunning for the? Yeah. See, it's the collateral damage that's caused by all this. It's yeah. If you are even near anything, you're going to be looked at, and the people who are already out for, let's say Charles or whoever, they're going to just add that to the fire. It's I'm telling you, the press is the worst. I hate how our news media is today. It's awful. All of it. I don't care what side it's coming from. It's terrible. And I've started listening, instead of listening to the news, I started listening to a book. And man, I feel just more at peace, not having to hear about all this division. It's just terrible. Well, they're going to make him ambassador to the U.S. They were? Huh. Whoa, that would have been a twist. Life of power and money. True. Has to resign twice. He had to resign twice from Tony Blair's cabinet. Misdemeanors while oh, God. How do you resign twice? I mean, you think you resign the first time, you're not getting hired back? Oh, twice. Once, once in Tony Blair's cabinet, and then when he was in office. I think that's it. He was the ambassador to the USA. Well, that's not great. Yeah, there's a lot going on because I'll hear little snippets and I'll go, "What?" Like I said, I've been watching the Olympics every day for the last 2 weeks. And then if I'm in the car, I'm listening to this book. So I have not paid attention. Although I do, when you get on YouTube, you see a lot of it go across your screen and stuff like that. I did watch the Marco Rubio speech that he had there in Munich. And I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. A lot better than last year's. That didn't go over so well. Whiskey. Yeah. Alcohol does not sound good right now. So I don't have a cough. My throat's not sore. It's just really congested. It's just been driving me crazy. I actually feel really well. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I just, the congestion, it's just my nose is constantly running. and so I don't want to take medicine because I don't want to feel tired or anything like that. So I just take it usually when to go to sleep at night. And but gosh, and then my nose gets all sore from blowing and wiping. And come here. This is Leo. Yeah, buddy. I know. I know. Can you say hello? He's got 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Oh. He's funny because you reach over to try to pet him, he'll like swipe at you with his claws. But as soon as you pick him up, he becomes like a rag doll. He's like defenseless. He just gives up. It's pretty funny. Don't watch it. Listen to it. Good. It's good. Carol, don't. It's awful. No matter what angle, no matter what side it's just all BS. Get those germs drunk. They'll soon leave. Yeah, there's that. I've got a busy week this coming week. I probably won't. Next week, next weekend, we'll see what we can do. When we're in Austin, it's gonna be my body's gonna hate me. I'll tell you that right now. It's another 50th birthday for one of our friends, and there's about 8 of us going, and it's just gonna be carnage on the liver. I'm sure. I think I'm starting to get a little too old for this, but like I mentioned before, all our friends are turning 50. All the wives are turning 50. So it's not just going out to dinner. Like when I turned 50, we went out to dinner. When the other husbands, turned 50, well, that's not true. We went to Mexico for their 50th. So I can't speak for them. When I turned 50, we actually did go out of town. Oh, I guess it is a thing. Anyway, all the wives are turning 50. So we're doing all these weekend trips. So Austin is next on the list. And then in May, I don't know if I told you this, but in May, my oldest son, Damien, got us tickets to the Indianapolis 500. It's kind of a bucket list item. So that's Memorial Day weekend in May, and that's going to be awesome. I've always wanted to attend 300. It's going to hate the fact that it's going to be 300,000 people there, but I mean it's a once in a lifetime thing. I got to see. So looking forward to it. Right. But Elsie, I like the way you're thinking, kid. Let's see here. It's all happening on the political world over here. Yeah, it seems like it, Catherine. From what I can tell, there's a lot going on. I'm sure it can get overwhelming sometimes. Was given 2 consecutive jobs in Tony Blair's cabinet. He had to resign from both of them. That's not a good track record. And then he also got were one of those jobs the U.S. ambassador, or was he currently U.S. ambassador? Who is the U.S. ambassador from the U.K.? And does the U.K. just have one U.S. ambassador, or is it from England? And then there's one from Ireland and Scotland and Wales. How does that work? Have some Coleman's mustard. Is that supposed to help with congestion? For Britain Market, my nose is still sore and glows in the dark. Ollie, Ollie says hello. He's playing with his toy. All propaganda. Yeah, yeah. Leo is a beautiful cat, Linda. He's half Maine Coon and half something else. So he's got the Maine Coon features, the big paws, the whiskers that go like out to here, you know, the big bushy tail. Let's see here. Carol, love it. Never ending thriller. If you're a Catherine, I know you're a big political junkie. You love to follow the politics, so you're probably enjoying this. It's certainly quite the ride, I'm sure. Like London buses. Read Agatha Christie. Big holiday weekend. Yeah. In a sense, it is for us as well. It's the unofficial, official, unofficial start to summer. That's okay, Linda. Colds happen. Cooper had it and he gave it to me. So I hadn't been sick in a while, so I was due. Also getting very anti-monarchy. That's sad. There comes Charles knew what he was up to. Oh, but nobody knows. See, that's the thing. Nobody knows. A lot of conjecture. And the people who don't like the royal family are going to just assume the worst, and then the people who support them are going to, support them. So I just can't imagine what it would be like having a royal family. It'd be interesting. Coleman's would unclog. So like mix it in your coffee or tea or something, or just in water. What? How do you recommend using it, Marja? Current UK ambassador to US or Christian Turner. Okay, as per Google. Yeah, I guess I could have Googled, but thank you, John. He is half Maine Coon. You are right on there. Good job. See, that's the thing. You don't view them as celebrities, part of the Constitution. Yeah, they would be viewed as celebrities here. It's, and they would probably have a TV show, and it would just turn into nuisance. It would just be terrible. I'm sure of it. We would find a way to ruin it, like we do with so many things. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of ruining it, um, we have a new show here. Now, one of my favorites that you all have shown me that I've gotten from you is Doc Martin. Love that show. I think I've watched it all the way through. I may have missed some of the later episodes because it started to kind of run its course, but love the early seasons. Love that show. Well, we have a remake here, kind of like what we did with The Office, but unlike The Office actually, our version of The Office was funny. There are two different offices, but it was funny and it was successful. But we have one called Best Medicine, and it's about a guy named Martin Best, Best being the last name. So Dr. Best, but everybody on the show calls him Doc Martin as a reference, as a nod to the original. And it's the same premise. New England town, real small. He's the new doctor, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it's literally copied. The characters slightly different. There's still the pharmacist with the neck brace. You know, he's very I can't remember if Doc Martin's like issue was. He was like a germaphobe or something, right? And but this doctor can't see blood. He freaks out because of something that happened or whatever. But it's like straight through copy, and I'm giving it a shot, but because I like the people in it, and it's quirky and it has its own charm. Does not compare to the original, of course. Hey, it's like it's just. I was just thinking the other day of the shows that we've copied, and although The Office apparently did fairly well, I never really watched it. Um, Ghosts, we have our own version of that, which is funny. I actually watched that, and it does have its moments because the ghosts are different because they're relating to the United States history. So there's different characters there. So it is slightly different. But yeah, it was crazy watching this show going, this is Doc Martin. Let's see here. In a sandwich. Oh, well, okay. Of course you're going to put mustard in a sandwich. But then I got to eat a sandwich. Well, here's the thing. You can, Dan, you would still have a neutral monarch that a politician like Trump. You can take Trump out. You say that half the people are against, which is true. Um, Slightly less than half the people. I will just point out that he did get the popular vote, but by a very small margin. And who's to say if everybody voted, if it would have stayed that way? It could have been more, it could have been less, who knows? Not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is you could take out the name Trump and put anybody there: Biden, Obama, John Q. Public, whoever, Jane Doe, John Doe. Half the country is going to be against. It's just the climate we live in. And but what's changed is it's become very tribal. Whereas, even though I didn't vote for you, I still want you to do well. Because if you do well, that means our country's doing well. And it's just not like that anymore. It's that we got one side who's wishing the worst to happen, so it helps their side. It's just awful. Let's see here. But I get what you're saying, though, Dan. I totally do. Just be weird because I'm not used to it. Like the Osbournes, yes. uh, yeah, I guess we'll never know. He did have a blood phobia. So, oh my gosh. So it's literally a ripoff, a carbon copy. I don't remember that in watching Doc Martin if he had. Oh, you know what? He did. Yeah, he did. Dang it. It is. I was kind of hoping there would be some differences, but no, it's pretty much the same thing. It's the same show. We used to have a shot of mustard in hot milk when we were kids to fever out a cold. Hot milk. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. True. And that's the difference. Yeah. Elsie made a good point. And the types of humor is different, for sure. Hot milk. Ugh. Carol says she'd rather have the cold. That's funny. uh, Doc Martin. Great boots. Yes, our dogman hates blood too, and the actor is Martin Clunes. Yep. Yeah, I used to watch that show. I used to have this channel or this streaming service I paid for called my memory is so bad, so bad. It used to be anyway. Can't remember the stream service, but it just was all UK British television. And I've mentioned this before, but that's how I got into that show. I really enjoyed it. Yep. No, no. Support a lot of charities. Yeah. I don't know what that is, Marja. Interpret. Oh. Oh. Oof. Let's see, Linda. Mark, when do you think U.S. politics got? When do I think it got more tribal? Definitely social media. You're spot on there. It has made it worse. It is. I think um, it's always been tribal to an extent, but it's always been like we're willing to, if we didn't win, an election or whatever, we still wanted to support. But the Congress always still had negative things to say. But with the 24-hour news cycle now and cable news, like Fox and MS Now and CNN, and where it's just 24 hours, they have to keep having a news cycle going. And it just is so probably I noticed it probably after 9/11, 2000, early 2000s, for sure. Yeah, but social media is like X and Facebook and all those things have made it absolutely 10 times worse. Yeah, very true, Dan. Very true. Now, well, yeah, that actor from House, Elsie, was great, and that was like a great role for him. I can't remember. I There was also another show I didn't really watch. I did see some of it, and I've seen a lot of clips of it. I would have loved for him to keep the accent. I think it would have made his character that much better. I don't know. I feel it was a gift Victoria gave to the Russian royal family. Huh. Yeah, I was going to say that's been kind of wiped out, I imagine. I think social media has made people confuse debate with argue. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's hard to have just a debate, and when it's to the point now where if you have any different ideas, they shut you down. Mm, it's just awful. Um, we called it losers' consent, which in our country broke down after Brexit. Yeah, that was a very monumental point in your political sphere, I should say. Yeah, I know a lot of people had very emotional opinions about staying or leaving. And I remember going, "What is this all about?" But we'd hear about it over here too. Princess Diana was descended from Charles II, as was Charlie Boy. Interesting. That's a rabbit hole I don't think I want to go down. The milk also had pepper added. Not all royals have. What is that word? Porphyria? It came from the German line, but misses out on some people. Linda, that I can. There are two school of thoughts on whether you think X is worse. Before they censored a lot of people, and only really pushed the narrative they wanted to. X was just another, like, for instance, vaccines. And if you had a question about a vaccine, you would be banned or blocked. So when he bought it, he opened it up so that anybody can say anything. Now, that has now opened up a can of worms to many other problems. True, true. But nobody is banned for saying their opinions. So some people say it's good for free speech. You can go on there and say whatever. You can look like an idiot for saying what you're doing, and other people can call you out on it, you know? Whereas before, if you didn't have the narrative of the day, they wouldn't let you post anything on there. So there's two ways of looking at that for sure. But yeah, not great. It's a Wild West type attitude on there for sure. Uh, let's see here. Ophelia has afflicted one person since 1941. George III probably had it, they reckon, which accounts for him going bonkers. What is it exactly? Brexit and the Scottish independence. Okay. Came from the German land, but doesn't affect all of them. Yeah, you'll have to let me know exactly what it is. I can always look it up. I've got a computer. Yeah, how do you spell it? There it is. A group or of rare genetic or acquired disorders caused by enzymes deficiency in the Hem pathway leading to toxic accumulation. Sounds pleasant. Symptoms: neurological, acute attacks, severe abdominal pain. Yeesh. Also, extreme sun sensitivity, skin burning, blisters. Yikes. Yeah, sounds fun. Ah, the myth of vampires. Got it. Interesting. I'm getting the United States won gold in hockey. They won it in overtime. It's glorious. Can't wait to watch it. I taped it. Oh my gosh. Are sensitive sunlight? Yeah, could be a myth. What time is it? 8:11. You guys still good to go for a couple more minutes? This was nice. It's nice being able to not have to show you the surroundings around me. That's how I'm planning, just to reiterate. We'll be in Austin, Texas next month. But I think I'll just do it like this on my phone, of course, but just to sit down, not a walk around. There's just so much to try to see and show and be able to answer questions and see how you're all getting on and stuff like that. It's tough. I don't have that expert broadcasting ability to be able to do three things at once, but this is nice. Hey, Lemmy, love it. Thanks for coming. Hey, you're not too late. We're still here. We're not going to be on for much longer, but I love the fact that you popped in to say hi. Blue blood and purple. What that means? Purple in Greek. Oh, look who's here. Oh, come here, sweetie. This is Violet. Can you look at the camera? This is our four-legged cat. Hmm? How you doing, sweet peas? Huh? How you doing? Let's see here. Means purple in Greek, so refers to the royal born, as they were only ones to wear purple clothes. Blue blood, purple pea. Oh my gosh. I hope that doesn't happen to me in Austin. Been lovely weather-wise. Northwest, nice. My washing has dried. Great. Perfect. Prefer the home chats. Good to see the mogs. Yes, they are. They're definitely here. Yeah, well, it's good to be at home. I can't help about next month for sure. I mean, if you don't want me to be doing this from Austin, we can certainly do it a week earlier or a week later. So you just let me know. I've been watching the football, so didn't realize it was on. Let me. My son's an Arsenal fan, and he said he was getting up at 8 o'clock, that the TV had to be free because the Arsenal game was on. He's still asleep. In fact, all his buddies are on the couches over here still sleeping. So Violet Margis says hello. Sweet. She's my girl. She's the cuddle. She's the cuddler. Leo is not a cuddler. But Violet sleeps on the bed with us. Leo does not want to do that. I think she's just an attention needy, very, very needy. It kicks off in 15 minutes. Okay, so he may still get up. He may get up. Um, what else is going on? Channel wise, I know I've been really lacking the videos, but hopefully, we're still trying to get the history chap. It's just he's been so busy, and with the time difference, trying to make it work. I have a lot of the questions you've all answered still tucked away. I'd like to do some more videos, but it's just work has been nutty, and Cooper School and stuff. So I've been volunteering a lot at the school as well. So just trying to get through all that, but hopefully we can get some more videos going. Right now we're like 2 a week, and that's not. I miss it. I enjoy it. But let's see here. We have We used to have 7 cats, 5 at once, all gone now, however, next door. But one cat had adopted us. Call the midwife is ending for good. Oh, my wife, no. I don't think she's watching that anymore. She was, but I don't think she's got so many different. So when we go to sleep, she likes to stay up late. I go to bed early, but I sleep. So she likes to watch a lot of her shows. So I'm going to sleep to so many different shows that she's juggling at once. I don't think she's watching that anymore, to be honest with you. We're here when you're ready. That's what I love about you people. I really do. I'm so blessed. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop there. Have a blessed Sunday, the rest of your day. And we will see you, if not in Austin, we will see you from here. I'll probably put out chat to see if you'd rather just doing it from here or doing the same thing, but with maybe an Austin background. I won't be doing like the walking. I'll just be sitting having the chat with you, but maybe with the beautiful Austin skyline in the background. That'd be kind of cool. And plus, Brian can come on. So maybe I will do it from Austin. Um, but that would be nice. Anyway, you guys all take care. We'll see you soon, huh? Thanks for coming. All right, bye.